10 most hated anime characters. Let's do this. At number 1, Shao Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist. Obviously. And there you have it, folks. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'd like to give a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. I couldn't have done it without your support. Okay, you want a proper list, right? To be fair, Shao Tucker is overqualified for this topic, as he has landed in pretty much the top 2 spots in everyone else's videos and list. There is no other character that can scar the souls of millions and bring up traumatic memories just by uttering the words, Edward. Not to mention, when you bring up that scene in conversation, everyone else around you will reply, dude, too soon. Even though it's been years since that series ended. And also, he's reached meme levels, guys. Meme levels. Even I made one. So yeah, we're going to focus our attention on other characters, since placing Shao Tucker in this video is just too damn easy. Like, he's automatically the most hated character in anime, to the point where it's common knowledge at this point in anime history. So who else can we talk about? Which other characters make us all unanimously agree that they are hated for good reasons? That despite your opinions on the same show, you can at least agree on your hatred for these particular characters. Who are these characters? Well, let's find out with, guys? I think this video just suddenly became sponsored. This video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Playing Raid has recently been the most immersive experience on a smartphone, even when you compare the quality to PCs and consoles. I mean, look at this quality. Look at what you can do. It's not bad for a smartphone, but the best part about it, it's totally free. You can collect a wide variety of champions, face off against giant bosses, and join in on epic PvP battles. The more you play, the more champions you can collect and earn new rewards daily. Alright guys, which one do I want? This Dark Elf looks pretty cool. But an Orc wouldn't be that bad though. Oh, this one's got a shield. I like shields. Yeah, but I think we're gonna choose this High Elf right here because she has a sweet looking bow. I mean, she did get eaten earlier, but I think she'll be fine. Millions of players worldwide have already downloaded the game, but if you click on the link in the description box, you'll be enrolled in the new player program, which will give you a free epic champion and 50,000 silver pieces. If you want in on the action and the new membership bonus, click on the link down below and play Raid Shadow Legends today. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, here is Anime America's top 10 most hated characters in anime. So this is coming from a personal level, as I lived through this debate all the way back in middle school. Back then, I was honestly riding along this bandwagon. What can I say? I'm such a naive and stupid child. But no matter the reasoning, there was no doubt everyone hated Relena Peacecraft from Gundam Wing. Some of the reasons of hatred towards this character mostly revolve around her stupidly getting in the way of all these battles while trying to fight for peace in a non-violent manner. Lady, you're talking about peace, Gundams are going pew pew. Go away. But the real reason as to why a lot of fans hated her is the fact that she was getting in the way of their shipping. I am not even kidding. Out of all the Gundam series, Gundam Wing was the one that had a lot of doujinshis pairing up our Gundam pilots with each other. The common shippings were as follow: Hero X Duo, Trowa X Catra, and Wufei X Treize. You tell me, kids. These relationships never became canon, but were confirmed in the heads of many fans. So in their eyes, Relena was only getting in the way. Looking back, I still think she's a boring character, but I can see the good that she tried to accomplish with her power and influence. Even though the reasonings are a bit warped, I still remember all the way then just how much everyone hated her. My Hero Academia has been able to create some of the most memorable characters that everyone can't help but love. Even some of the villains are loved by the fandom. But if there was one character from the show everyone unanimously hated, it would be Endeavor, aka Enji Todoroki. This guy wants to not only surpass All Might and become the #1 hero, but he also wanted to mate with another quirk hero just to produce even more powerful quirk children. Out of all of his children, Shoto was the one born with the most powerful quirk, so Enji takes it upon himself to raise Shoto away from his siblings and train him in very strict regimens. The bastard has a very short temper, which prompts him to ignore his other 3 children, has very little sympathy towards Shoto's feelings, and even pushed his wife to the brink of mental instability. The poor woman went insane and is being watched in an institute because of this asshole. He's pretty low on this list since he's trying, keyword trying, to redeem himself, but his earlier actions made the entire anime community hate his guts. Now, who do you think of when you hear xenophobic anime character who kills a lot of people? Okay, I'll make it easier. Who do you think of when you hear Table-kun? Nina Einstein from Code Geass. Who would have thought that this small mouse-like girl would turn into a well-known hated character? She was raised to be afraid of anyone outside of her race, especially the Japanese, and would constantly have a panic attack whenever Suzaku was in the same room as her. She seemed harmless at first. I mean, she started growing some issues for Princess Euphemia issues, but she didn't seem like the kind of character that would hurt a fly. Until said princess was killed.
Zero, where is he? Tell me where he is! Princess Euphemia will be avenged! Where is Zero?
Woof. After nearly killing everyone in her school with a bomb because of the shock she endured, she joins the British government to produce weapons of mass destruction, including Flaja, a devastatingly powerful weapon that led to the death of, okay, how many people did she kill? 35 million people! Still pretty low on the list because she helps in taking down the weapon with the Flaja Eliminator, but 35 million citizens of Japan were killed because of her. Okay, it's no wonder people hated her. Even Suzaku hated her. Her fear of 11s and the obsession she had with the princess led her to believe that producing this insane weapon could bring some peace of mind. Seriously, girl, this is why nobody likes you. Fruits Basket fans will always have their favorite character. Mine is Hattori, since I'm also a dragon and this man needs more hugs in his life. But if there was one character everyone unanimously hated, it would be Akito Soma. Not too high on the list since her behavior is due to her mother being a friggin' psychopath, but it still doesn't excuse all the damage she causes everyone in the family. Psychologically traumatize Yuki, bully most of the children, and even going as far as to push them around? Make Hattori's fiance forget that he even existed just so she wouldn't have to suffer from her constant harassment? Sure! Why not? All of the above. Akito feels emotionally insecure and is constantly afraid that everyone will leave her, so she uses her power to make sure no one in the family finds love by any means necessary. Not to mention she is outrageously abusive towards other women, which only adds to her insecurities. She's mentally unstable and highly abusive towards everyone around her. In some ways, you tend to feel sorry for her, but you still hate her after everything she's done. Okay, yeah, I'm putting these two together because everyone who watched this show hated them equally. I've talked a lot about Naraku in the top 10 most satisfying deaths in anime, but to put it simply, it took too damn long to kill this bastard, and all because he was using cheap tricks to run away. Needless to say, everyone hated this villain for being such a cheap coward that just wouldn't die. But if there was one other character that was equally hated, it would have to be Kikyo. Kikyo was a powerful priestess who was killed due to a giant misunderstanding. A misunderstanding caused by, hello! Kikyo died believing Inuyasha betrayed her, so when she's revived from the dead, she still hates Inuyasha for what he supposedly did. Since Kagome is Kikyo's reincarnation, Kagome takes part of her soul back, which leads Kikyo to wander throughout the land and steal souls of the recently departed to keep her body functioning.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, she's trying to justify her existence, saying she'll kill Naraku while also dealing with her love-hate relationship with Inuyasha. What is this story? But throughout her journey, she has to rely on the souls of others in order to stay alive. These two use whatever means necessary to get what they wanted. So, yeah, you can totally understand why everyone hated them. So yeah, they're coming to take Kikyo away. It's the cops. Run, bitch, run! We all hate that one character who feels justified in their actions, that they are going to kill their target and still feel like they can do no wrong but use dirty tactics and tricks to justify their cause. But then we have this jerk who used said methods to try and kill everyone he deems evil, even the one character everyone loved. The current fleet admiral in One Piece is Sakazuki, formerly known as Akainu. He's a serious threat to Luffy and every pirate sailing the seas since his strong sense of justice meets no end. He believes in total and absolute justice. He is the judge, jury, and executioner because he is the embodiment of justice. Yeesh, big ego much? So this leads him to believe that due to his heritage, Luffy is considered to be the biggest threat to their world and will stop at nothing to kill him. And of course, while trying to use his brother to lure him out, Sakazuki ultimately kills one of the show's most beloved characters, Portgas the Ace. No wonder he's this high on the list. He's a self-righteous bastard that only sees the world in black and white. Those who oppose the law are pure evil and must be dealt with. There is no reasoning with this guy. His strong sense of justice will constantly push him to kill everyone he poses as a threat, and that's why we hate him. While making this list, I honestly thought I had to answer one difficult question: Sakura or Sasuke? Both seem to split the fandom half and half, so I honestly thought I was going to have to make another tie since they're both hated equally. But then, something happened. While these two got a handful of nominations, there was one character from Naruto who got even more nominations. It was clear to me, whether the fandom hated Sakura or Sasuke, they could both come together in joyous harmony and stay together beyond the shadow of a doubt. Danzo Shimura is worse and everyone hates him, and that's why he's not invited to our birthday parties. You heard me right. Okay, so from what I'm able to basically understand about this guy is that a good chunk of the problems related to Konoha are mostly because of him. Orochimaru's experimentations, the attempts of killing the third Hokage, and the ultimate destruction of the Uchiha clan were all started by this guy. Not to mention he had the sick tendency to steal other people's appendages just to get more powerful, including an eyeball. Ugh. He's a selfish and power-hungry bastard who will use any means necessary to become the most powerful Hokage in the world, while claiming it's all for the benefit of Konoha. Yeah, no one's buying your crap. There's not a single Naruto fan who likes this character, and I can honestly see why. And here we have Father of the Year, Daddy of all daddies, get in the Eva, my boy, Gendo Ikari from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ever since his wife tragically died, Gendo turned into a cold-hearted boss, abandoning his own son while only having one goal in mind. Screw everyone else, I want my wife back. He uses his status to get what he needs while also seducing some of the female staff members in order to make sure they're loyal to him. That no matter what he does or what happens, they'll never leave his side. Oh daddy. As for Shinji, he's only summoned to become the pilot of Eva 3 while giving little to no remorse as to how he's been treating him for these past few years. Gendo couldn't really care about anyone, not even his own son. The man knows what he wants and will manipulate everyone else to get it. So yeah, he's universally hated for how he treats his own staff and his own child while giving little to no remorse over his own behavior. It's only natural for this brat to be near the top. Like, it was highly debatable whether or not she should walk away with the #1 spot next to Shao Tucker, and honestly, can you blame us? Mine, also known as Princess Multi Melrose, also known as Bitch Slut, has to be the most hated anime character in recent years. Now let's go over the reasons why, shall we? Shortly after she seduces Naofumi into buying her some new armor, she falsely accused him of sexual assault, takes advantage of her father's history with the former SHIELD hero in order to spread more rumors, tries everything she can to prevent Naofumi from having his own party to help him out because teehee, it's fun to watch him suffer alone, colludes with the Three Heroes Church attempting to kill all of the heroes, abuses her power and attacks local villages, illegally interfere with a duel just to make Naofumi lose, allows a dangerous match to take place in her own city while endangering the local citizens that she's supposed to take care of, and even tries to kill her own sister so she could be the definitive choice as to the next ruler of their kingdom. It's bad enough that she's this rotten, but she'll she'll continue to lie in court even when there is a slave crest on her chest that is supposed to make her tell the truth. Really, bitch? Even when she knows she'll get shocked from lying, she'll still try to stand by her lies, thus exposing her as a compulsive, lying brat. But the ultimate cherry on top of this bitch Sunday is watching her beg for her life at her own execution, even going as far as to beg Naofumi for help. And even after her life is spared, she continues to try and execute his party while she is somehow still allowed to bitch about him in Motoyasu's party.
I can't believe the Queen gave the Devil of the Shield his own domain. Isn't it outrageous, Sir Motoyasu?
Bitch, he was at that trial. He saw you lying, and he nearly saw you get your head cut off. Don't at him. At least Motoyasu's coming around to see Naofumi as a good hero, but why does he still have her in the party? Honestly, Boy McGee is unreal, but still not as hated as this unbelievably despicable bitch. And even though mine came close and this guy is still not as hated as Shao Tucker, it's safe to say that this mega bastard comes close. Griffith from Berserk. As if I need to repeat myself with how many times I've covered this ending, Griffith is hated for very good reasons. Once Guts left the group, he started to make hasty and downright stupid decisions that led to his ultimate demise. He transformed from a well-respected soldier with a promising future to a disabled shrivel of a man. With all of his hopes and dreams out of his reach, he desperately turns to his Bahamut and summons the god's hand. And you should know at this point what he ultimately does that made every anime fan hate his guts. Guts. It's punny. He takes the deal to turn himself into, well, basically a demon king, which comes at the cost of his men's lives. His entire army is sacrificed just so he can become a king, while also, doing something unpleasant to the one woman who respected him right in front of his former best friend. Okay, it is not easy trying to avoid the yellow demonetization button of doom, people, but you should understand at this point why everyone hates this guy. He raises an army while promising them an amazing future, only to use them as stepping stones to get what he wants, while feeling no remorse at all to their sacrifice. His former friend and comrade will stop at nothing to bring Griffith's reign to an end, and we can clearly see why. For his selfish and disgusting behavior while throwing away any shred of humanity within himself, Griffith is without a doubt the most hated character in anime. Besides Shao Tucker. Oh boy, this was not an easy video to finish, but it's done. It's finally done. I mean, we just kept going back and forth over whether or not we should add Shao Tucker to this video, but yeah, we all knew he's without a doubt the most hated, and it's no competition, really. It's no competition with that guy. But yeah, I hope you guys loved the video, and tell us in the comment section which anime character you hate the most. It could be just for any reason at all. I look forward to reading your answers in the comment section. We're on multiple social media pages, so just read the description box to follow us on whichever platform you prefer. Also, thank you to everyone on Patreon for keeping us alive. We're having our ups and our downs, but we couldn't do this without you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. And to everyone who watches this video and shares it on your social media platforms, thank you for also supporting our channel. Thank you. We are still running, we're still kicking because of you awesome people, and I love you all. More awesome videos will be on the way because of all of you guys, so stay tuned to Anime America.